Hello everyone! And Chelsea have turned up. Finally, we have turned up in the last preseason game. And the score is Udinese 1, Chelsea 3. So Chelsea have turned up in the final preseason game. We have won the game. And it's Udinese 1 and it's Chelsea 3. So in this video, I'm going to give you my post-match reaction, my post-match analysis on this video. You can see my face and everything. I'm just changed. 3 p.m. in my night here, very near 2:40 around. So a bit sleepy, but do hope I'm going to enjoy this stream. And do people tune in, and we are going to have a great chat regarding a match and a victory against Udinese. So in this match, I'm going to give a post-match reaction on the match and how we played. And the match started as we always do. Chelsea in this match, I think we played with a very, very good intensity. I think the lineup was a more lineup we have to see at the start of the season. The biggest positive was to see Koulibaly starting, Sterling starting. I think seeing the midfield of Georginio Kante back was a big, big positive for Chelsea. To see Georginio and Kante back for Chelsea was a big, big boost for us. And that was the most, you can say, regular midfield last season and the time we won the Champions League. So Jorginho, Kante were back. Alonso was there. James was there. You also had Aspilicueta, Silva and Koulibaly starting his first full game for Chelsea. Edward Mendy was there. And then you had Mount, Havertz, Sterling. If people also watched the game, they would have saw that Havertz was playing as a right forward. Sterling was playing as a left forward. And you can say Sterling was a bit in the middle. So that's the way Chelsea played, and I'm going to talk all about this and overall the performance of the substitutes and the team. So we started the game with intensity. I think we started the game well. We had some good chances in between, which we should have capitalized. There were some good chances for us to score some goals, to get a bit of chance, get a lead. And same old Chelsea, we struggled to do that. I think then N'Golo Kante scores an absolute banger, beautiful goal. He's not known for scoring, but that was a beautiful strike by N'Golo Kante. Beautiful strike by N'Golo Kante, and that was a 1-0 lead for Chelsea. I think we were very comfortable for the first 20 minutes around. If you see the stats of the match, I cannot remember on the back of my head, but it was like 4 shots to Udinese to 21 to Chelsea, while 3 shots on target to Udinese to 9 to Chelsea. I think we were just fantastic in this whole game. I think we started the game very with intensity. Kante was just everywhere on the pitch. I think a person has said very well, Kante covers most of the pitch. And this is the N'Golo Kante I know of my Chelsea. N'Golo Kante was fabulous. He covered the whole pitch, covered the whole ground, was absolutely fabulous, winning the ball back, and they were just fantastic. I loved it, N'Golo Kante. Beautiful performance for him and his back. Only concern for me as a human being is how much fit he's going to be. Will he be fit for the whole season, or will N'Golo Kante be out for some time? Because that's the only concern as a normal human being will have with N'Golo Kante. I think overall, Koulibaly, whenever required, slide tackling was very, very good. I think Kante was fantastic. I think Georginio was fantastic, really building the play well, also tackling, also intercepting. I think these all factors were good. The biggest concern factor was the chance creation and chance finishing. We just weren't taking the right decision in the final box. And Football Creek's here, hello mate, and Chelsea need to be a bit more clinical. I think it's just not about being clinical, it's also about being able to create chances. That's the biggest problem Chelsea have got. I think we cannot finish, we cannot create. I think you saw there were some opportunities where the final pass clicks and they score, but the final pass was not there. Whenever it comes to making a decision in the final box, Chelsea always make the wrong decision. Whether it comes to passing when you should have shot, whether it comes to shooting when you should have passed. That's the story with Chelsea. It also comes with half chances. You had a chance, you were running, a player was making the run here, you did not pass. I call it not able to create chances. And in this match, we had a bunch of chances. Sterling should have finished it. The goal was a bit sloppy. See, I love Raheem Sterling, my player. I love him to bits. But Raheem should have finished that. He had 2 chances in the game and he missed both of them. I think Raheem, the thing with Raheem is, at City, Raheem Sterling would have easily been forgotten about that miss. Because City would have pummeled Udinese 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. And at City, he used to have Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. He used to have Foden. He used to have Gabriel Jesus. There used to be a whole team that can score goals. At Chelsea, he's a leader. He is the leader of inexperienced young players like Havertz, leader of the next upcoming leader for Chelsea in Mason Mount, a leader for players like inconsistent players like Pulisic, a leader for players like Werner, and he has to step up at Chelsea. And at every miss, he will be pressurized by the fans. He will be pressurized by everyone. That's the pressure Sterling is on. Havertz also missed some chances, and for me, Havertz is not the striker to go at the start of the season. I think if you see at the moment in the game, he's playing at the right forward. He's playing at the right side rather than in the forward line. And that only shows that you can only trust him in that regards. He's not a natural striker. There were so many times where Cross was put in the box and he was not in the right position. And that's a bit more concerning point for Chelsea. The game proceeded. We got the second goal, and Shrey Patil, hello brother, not a day for Havertz. But Shrey sir, I will only love to ask you one question. But he did not have a good day against Arsenal as well, against Charlotte as well. I think, why does Havertz start the season slow? And overall, is he really a striker for a team? Is he really a striker that's going to get you 15, 20 goals? I love Havertz, but is getting a bit of a concerning point at the moment until he does well against Everton in the first game of the season. And if we do not sign a striker, he will be the number one striker for Chelsea. And that's a bit more concerning for me in regards to the way Havertz played. So that's the way the game started for Chelsea. That's the way we played the game. We led 2-0, a sloppy goal. Sterling got a bit lucky, hit his face and went back. So a 2-0 lead for Chelsea. We all thought comfortable. It's a chance for a clean sheet, chance to pummel a team 3-0, 4-0, 5-0, build the confidence up, and boom, 1-2. Sloppy goal, Mendy saving it, straight away going to the palm of the Udinese player, and he straight away slots in, and it's Udinese 1, Chelsea 2. And then you are in a problem of a position. He's a cam and not a striker. He's playing out of position. I agree, but for a cam position, I will say, sir, that we have to play 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1. Now, if Chelsea play a 4-2-3-1, we'll be destroyed. If Chelsea play a 4-2-3-1, we will be destroyed by any team in the world. That's the problem of football creeks, brother. That if we play 4-2-3-1, we don't have a natural DM. And when we don't have a natural DM, that two are going to be Georginio or Kante, where Kante is in the attacking area of the pitch. And Chelsea will be caught out and will be destroyed. That is why we have to play three at the back. For playing 4-2-3-1, you need players like Rice, Matic, Rodri. And that's what Chelsea don't have. I think Havertz will over time. Agree. I think I have a lot of patience for Havertz. I love Havertz and I have a lot of patience for him. I think the problem is that he's so young, but at the moment Chelsea have no one to step up. And this is why a lot of pressure is on experienced Sterling. At City, Sterling did not have a lot of pressure because City have a lot of good players. At Chelsea, he's a leader of the pack. And Sterling has to lead the pack. And whenever a bit of chance misses there, Chelsea fans sadly will be on his case. Not me, but I think everyone will be, because we have a lot of pressure. Rice will come. I agree, sir. But the problem is not this window. The problem is he won't come this window because it's going to cost us 120 million to bring him. So that's a bit of problem. I do think sign Rice, because Rice can play as a centre back, Rice can play as a DM. But I can't see even West Ham sanctioning that when they have Jared Bowen kept, they have signed Skamaka, they have signed Filip Kostic. West Ham are showing a lot of ambition, which Rice might give them time to. So the thing with Chelsea is we conceded goal. Now suddenly the things change. How many times last season Chelsea were 1-0 up in a game, we kept it to 1-0 and then we drew? How many times last year it was Chelsea 1, Brighton 0, Chelsea 1, Burnley 0, Chelsea 1, Chelsea 0, United 1, and there were so many games like Chelsea 0, Leicester 1, so many games like Real Madrid for all people. We had chance after chance after chance, we missed it. This is that same feeling. There were so many times last season Chelsea were 1-0 up, boom, 91st minute, a goal by the head of Danny Welbeck. How many times Chelsea were 1-0 up against Everton, goal by 18-year-old Braithwaite, and we go down? How many times we had chances and we finished and we really destroyed our chances, and that's why we could not compete for the title? The problem was same. First of all, we scored 2 goals, good job, but that could have been 3, that could have been 4, that could have been 5. And then we conceded a sloppy goal, which suddenly becomes Udinese 1, Chelsea 2, and now for the whole game, we play with fear that if we attack too much, it could become 2-2. And then Udinese, we give them the confidence. They had a lot of chances in the second half as well. And Udinese in the second half most probably could have made it 2-2. But a very good cross by Kale Hudson-Odoi and a good goal by Mason Mount. Why isn't Ziyech playing? I think for me, sir, it looks like he's gone. I think it looks like he's gone to AC Milan. For Hakim Ziyech, it looks very, very clear that at the moment, it looks like Hakim Ziyech has gone to AC Milan and he's not in the plan. Especially if Chelsea won't be playing with a striker next season. I think Hakim Ziyech, his crosses won't work at Chelsea. I do like him player. I do like Hakim Ziyech, and I do think we need to find a replacement. But if Chelsea don't have a striker, Hakim Ziyech is known for his crosses into the box. There's no benefit of that. So Chelsea at the moment, for me, did a fantastic job in that regards. I think we did a good game. I think the problem is, overall, this was a good game. Udinese 1, Chelsea 3, good victory. We go to the season with positivity. But it was again the same old Chelsea, where we needed a last goal to finish this game off. Or otherwise, it could have been, at the end of the day, it's still preseason. Let's not be too hard on them. I agree, sir. Sir, I'm not hard on them because I do agree. For me, Shrestha, the only problem I find is that the things that are coming are same. That's the only problem for me. For me, sir, I do believe that we need to go next season with a bit of, you can say, lower expectations. For me, I just want us to be in the top four, competing with City, Liverpool, and making a good run in the Champions League. That's my expectation with the team and giving a good run in the FA Cup and Carabao Cup. For me, sir, I'm not angry at the team. I do understand it's a pre-season. I do understand they're not putting a lot. And nobody should be surprised Chelsea might start the season well. But only problem, sir, I've got is that Chelsea at the moment have not got most of the transfer window done. And when we haven't got the most of the transfer window done, I don't know, sir, but mostly I really don't know you in that way. So for me, you might be bigger than me in age as well. So that's why I call you sir. I hope you're not offended by that. It's just a simple respect. And swap deals for Asensio and Broha could work for both parties. Oh no, I'm not going to giving Broha, especially Real Madrid. Broha might turn out to be something great. I'm just 21. Oh, okay. I never knew about it. I'm also around 23. I'm also 23 as well. So we are near to a very good age as well. More like same age in same regards. And me neither. And for me, at the and at the moment, I will say just okay. I will not say sir. I apologize for that. At the moment, I will say just one thing in that regards. I think Chad will also agree with me in that regards as well. That Chelsea's biggest problem so far at the moment is I'm not being angry for me. I'm not being angry because I know that Chelsea have a lot of things to do, and being angry will only make more of problems. And at the moment, I just want to be positive. Premier League is coming back. Our football is coming back, and that's the most important thing I'm waiting for. Just the only concern, as a normal concern I've got, is the signs are same. It's just not changing. Any more change. Sterling has replaced Lukaku. Koulibaly has replaced Rudiger. But the team has still not been upgraded. Is one attacker gone? One attacker has come. Rudiger has gone. Koulibaly has come. Sterling is a better player than Lukaku, but Koulibaly and Rudiger are at a good level. They both are fantastic defenders. So we, as a side, we are still here. Neither we have gone down, neither we have gone up. We have just been at this level. And that's been the only thing that concerns me, that still the signs are the same, the finishing, the losing of the concentration. That are the only thing that concerns me about Chelsea. And that's the only thing for me that Chelsea need to improve upon. That again and again we remain at the same level. Our finishing in all the preseason has been concerning. Against Charlotte, it was 1-1, and we could have wrapped the game up by halftime. Arsenal, I think we were poor, very poor. And in this game again, we had some chances we did not finish. Overall, I'm very happy with the performance of N'Golo Kante. We should go towards the positive. I think N'Golo Kante was fantastic in this match. Man of the match, superb goal, and his energy was superb. I think today N'Golo Kante showed people that why he's played regularly, why Thomas Tuchel called him Chelsea's Kevin De Bruyne, why Thomas Tuchel called him Chelsea's Virgil van Dijk, and why he's so much loved by Thomas Tuchel. But the only problem with N'Golo Kante is the injury problems, and Chelsea have to balance that. The good news for Chelsea is that we have got Kovacic, Georginio, Gallagher, Kante, so we can rotate in the midfield at some point, so Kante can get that rest. But today, Kante showed that when he's fully rested, how important of a player he is. For me, Koulibaly looked good whenever the ball came to him, calm, composed, made some good important slide tackles, so that's another good positive. For me, along with that, a positive was the way Chelsea played in terms of the combination play. I loved the way Sterling was playing. I loved the positions that Mount was in. But now comes the negative, is that finishing was not there and how chances were not there. That was a problem for Chelsea. For me, another negative is Chilwell's fitness. I think Chilwell could be the big thing for Chelsea next season. If you're hoping for a top four finish, if you're hoping to be in the Premier League fighting for big things, if you're hoping to do well in the Champions League, we need Chilwell fit. Because I love Alonso. I love Marcus Alonso. But the only problem with Marcus Alonso I have with Marcus Alonso is lack of pace. And Ben Chilwell's ACL injury is there. He might not play at his best. And that's the only concern I've got. So Joan Laporte is back in the chat. Thank you so much, sir, to come again. And again, I will say that it's so good to have you. And overall, at the moment, I'm just discussing the match against Udinese post-match. And not much to say for me. I'm going on the positives right now. And the positives for me in this game were N'Golo Kante. The positives in this game were Koulibaly. The positive in this game for me were Georginio. Now I come to Georginio. Georginio is a player that's always disrespected by Chelsea fans. I agree, he might not have been the third best player. I agree, he might not be the third best Ballon d'Or player. But Georginio is key to Chelsea. Georginio is very, very important to Chelsea. And for no reason, he's disrespected again and again. I love Declan Rice. I respect Declan Rice. But we should not disrespect our own player for it. And Georginio is important for that. And today he showed that. With Kante, he had a balance. Kante was winning the ball back, playing with attacking intensity. Georginio was making good runs. Georginio was marking the player very, very well. and Georginio was helping us to play from the back, having the ball in his feet, passing to the right, passing to the left, maintaining the play, maintaining the possession. This is why Georginio is so important to us, and his performance today was a big, big positive. For me, with Sterling, the biggest positive with Raheem Sterling today I liked was him getting in the right position, having the right intensity and the right ball. He also came close to score a goal when he hit the bar. The only concern with Sterling was the missing of chances, and only problem with Raheem Sterling is that at City he could miss his chances because he has Kevin De Bruyne to cover him up, or Bernardo Silva, or Foden. At Chelsea, he has no one to cover him up, and whenever in the Premier League he will miss his chances, it will be glorified on the match of the day, glorified by Chelsea fans, and there will be a lot of pressure on him, which I don't want to be because I love Sterling and he's my own player. Lord Timo, CFC fans can't leave that kid alone. I think at the moment for me, the only thing with Timo Werner I will say is that Timo Werner at the moment for me, it does look like at the moment he was injured, so he was not available for this game. But the only problem I've got with Timo Werner is I'm not against him. I have a lot of respect for Timo Werner. His professionalism is very good. But Laporta sir, I will only say one thing about Timo Werner. The problem with him is his first touch is poor. When your first touch is poor as a striker, that's already a concern. He cannot dribble. When a player cannot dribble, it already becomes a problem. Timo Werner only offers you run from behind, run from behind, run from behind, and fooling the defender. Like it in the final against City, where he went here, Ruben Diaz went here, and then left the space for Havertz. That's what Timo Werner does. But sadly, that doesn't work against the likes of Burnley, likes of Brighton, where the teams are a bit too much lower defensive line, and you won't get the space to work in. If you don't have the dribbling ability, it becomes a problem. If you don't have a good first touch, that becomes a problem. And that's the problem with Timo Werner and why he's not work with Chelsea. And at the moment, with the things way going on with Chelsea, it does look like that Hakim Ziyech will be leaving, and it does look like Timo Werner might leave if Chelsea gets some suitors. So on the match at the moment, I will also say the negative with Sterling was only the finishing. With Mount, I did love some of his aspect, but I do think Mount touches today were very, very heavy, and some of his passing was very, very heavy. With Havertz, for me, was not that bad, but Havertz was not that good as well. And that's the thing I will say is I have another suggestion. How about you get Depay? We are selling him cheap anyways, and he won't Champions League if it's a profile. I do agree. I do like Depay. But the only problem with Depay is, does Depay also guarantee goals? For me, the only thing with Depay is that in the Premier League, his previous stint was not successful. And that might only be the concern because Depay suits us. Depay can play the style of football we want. But the only problem is, does Depay guarantee us 15 goals? And does his previous Premier League stint play into the minds of the people that want to buy him? That's the only concern I've got on Depay. And overall, Havertz was in patches good, was in patches a bit disappointing. Finishing was not the level we expect. But other than that, I don't think it was that bad. We go towards again in the defense area, Silva calm, Koulibaly calm, and for me, Aspilicueta did what he required. James was fine, Alonso was not that bad as well. And overall, for me, the team functioned well. Mendy was also fine as well, but it was just a fine performance. Overall, on my final note of this game, Chelsea played well. We played a good game. We played some good attacking football. We could play some good intensity football today. We really passed the ball as well. The only problem with Chelsea is this is a pre-season, but also the same problem persists. We don't take our chances, which at the moment make a bit more things difficult for us. And also with that, we just are making too many defensive errors, which we're not known for. So we have to remove that thing. Thomas Tuchel in the middle of the season also said that we are making mistakes we never will last season. Now this is the pre-season, so I don't want to make a fuss of it, but we do need to cut that mistakes out because Everton next week, if we make mistakes, Frank Lampard team is not going to allow us a chance to come back at the Goodison Park, voice and absolute motivation. And from a tweet, I can have a stock on Chelsea. My first memory of football was 2012 final, Drogba. Plus, I play Chelsea style of play. That's 3-4-3. It's very good to hear, and I do agree. I think Chelsea's 3-4-3 is a fantastic formation if you have the right personnel. If you have the right personnel, it's a fantastic formation to play. And now ending the video on the high note, I will say that at the moment, the lineup for the first game of the season looks very clear. It's got to be Edward Mendy, Koulibaly, Thiago Silva, Aspilicueta, and then it's going to be Reece James at the right, Ben Chilwell at the left, Georginio and N'Golo Kante in the middle, and then it's going to be a front three, Alonso at the left, and then it's going to be front three of Mount, Havertz, Sterling, with Havertz playing as a right forward, Mount playing as a left forward, and Sterling playing through middle. But that's the only thing that concerns me because Havertz, for me, either you play him as a false nine or you play him as a cam. For me, as a right forward, he's not a player that's going to cut inside and shoot like a Hakim Ziyech or that type of player. So that's the only concern I've got regarding that. And on the final note, I will say so much thank you to Lapota sir to join, Football Quakes, Shrey Patil. A big thank you to all. Also, big thank you to everyone who has joined. If I've forgotten a name, I'm so sorry. Thank you so much everyone to watch. It's been an absolute pleasure to live with all the chat. You all have been a great support, and thank you so much. Keep supporting the channel. And also with that, I will say on the final note is with Chelsea's Christensen is too good for our new back three style. His ball distribution is the best alongside Eric Garcia. As Chelsea fan, where do Christensen lacks in the game? I will tell you one thing, Laporta sir. Christensen is a fantastic defender. Andrew Christensen is a fantastic defender that gets underrated a lot. He's a very good player who I loved at Chelsea a lot, and I really used to love him a lot. The thing with Andrew Christensen, for me, he lacks sometimes, I will not even say mentality, is consistency. The only thing for me Andrew Christensen lacks is that consistency. Being consistent, being aware, that's sometimes his only problem. He has 3-4 very good games and then has 2 bad games. That's the only thing he has to improve upon. And if Andrew Christensen improves upon that, I think that's a fantastic work for him. That's the only weakness I think I've got of Christensen. And continuing on the stream, because more people are joining in, for me at the moment with Chelsea, at the moment I was analyzing the game. And the thing for me, the positive points of the game, as I said already in the video, was Sterling, a bit positive but a bit disappointing in his finishing. I was also happy with Koulibaly. I was very happy with N'Golo Kante. Now, a bit of problem that for Chelsea is coming is a deadwood. How do we clear the deadwood that we've got? Kennedy came on the pitch. Is rumored that Ross Barkley and Michy Batshuayi are close to signing for Everton. So rumors are coming that Barkley and Michy Batshuayi are going to Everton, which is a good relief for us. But right now, we also have Kennedy, who is not playing much part. Emerson came on and played at the left centre back. Chilwell has a bit of problem because Chilwell had an ACL injury last season. So nobody knows how is Chilwell going to play. Nobody knows how fit Chilwell is. Nobody knows that Chilwell can play whole season. Nobody knows that can Chilwell play proper games. Nobody knows that has Chilwell lost some of pace. Nobody knows these things about Ben Chilwell. So continuing on this video, the only problem for me with that is Chelsea backed up is Marcus Alonso and he's losing his pace and his interest is in Barcelona. So that's a big problem for Chelsea. And then we go to the deadwood. Kennedy has deceived to impress, been good, but also been a bit disappointing. Hudson-Odoi had a very good cross today, but he's rumored to be on the verge of leaving as well. Rumors are there for Ziyech leaving, Timo Werner leaving. Rumors are coming of Chelsea trying to sign Fofana, but it's going to cost 70 million, 85 million, 90 million. So, final segment of this video is I previewed the match and post-match of Udinese 1 Chelsea 3. You can watch the video back. Now it's time to discuss how are Chelsea going to go to the next season. It's time to discuss what's our biggest problem. And for me right now, our transfer window has been very, you can say, unpredictable. We have gone this way, we have gone that way. Our transfer window so far for Chelsea this season has been very unpredictable. Fofana, Pau Torres, Kimpembe, Fofana. It's been that type of window for us. And at the moment, the biggest concern for Chelsea at the moment is, as you can say here, Barcelona are going for Aspi and Alonso, while we are also linked with Georginio Dest, and there have been rumors of a swap deal as well. So it's been that kind of window for Chelsea. We've been linked with Jonathan Klaus, Maxwell Cornet, Georginio Dest. We've been linked with Pau Torres. We've been linked with Nathan Ake. We have been linked with Kimpembe. We have been linked with Ronaldo. We've been linked with Gnabry. We've been linked with a whole host of players, and we already have Kennedy, Barkley, Batshuayi on the books. Ziyech, Timo leaving. And then you also got Hudson-Odoi, who is a doubt, who might leave. Billy Gilbert might go on loan. Ethan Ampadu, nobody knows about Ethan Ampadu as well. Nathan Ake, it looks like deal is off as well. It looks like deal is off and City have refused that. So Nathan Ake is gone as well. So Chelsea do not have any options at the moment. And defensively, Silva and Koulibaly, who is going to be the third one? Chalobah, Colville, who hasn't played much in the preseason. Kimpembe, the signing is not even complete. And our first game of the season is starting and only 2 signings have been done. Attackingly, we have the same attack. Thomas Tuchel in the previous match was asked, why is Chelsea attack struggling? And his answer was very simple. I have the same players. I have the same players. What do you expect me to do with it? He straight away said, I have the same players. That is the problem for Chelsea. We have the same players, Mount, Havertz, Sterling. And then we have got Timo Werner so far, Hakim Ziyech so far, who might leave, Kyle Hudson-Odoi, who might also leave. And then that's the attack Chelsea have got so far. We go towards the midfield, that's a bit solved. Georginio, Kovacic, Kante, Gallagher. You go towards the left, you've got a player who has just come back from an ACL injury in Ben Chilwell, and then Alonso, who wants to go to Barcelona. You go towards a right wing back, and you've got Reece James and then Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is not even a right wing back. You go towards the defense, you have Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and then you've got young Colville, young Chalobah, and young Empadu. That is a big problem of Chelsea. And the goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga, has so far not played much in the preseason, and he also wants to leave as well. So there's a whole lot of problem for Chelsea. And for me, at the moment, this preseason means nothing. This preseason is just about practice, getting their physical fitness. What's important for Chelsea is to get our players right, to get the transfer window right, and to get the manager. Remember, the transfer window this season runs till August 31. Transfer window this season runs till August 31. So we can still get a lot of job done by that. But by August 31, 5 Premier League matches will be done. So let's say Chelsea start the season badly. We have 6 points from 5 games. Then what? We are going to panic sign Ronaldo. We are going to panic sign any player in the world. And that's where I'm having a big problem. And here, I think Aston will be forced to stay. I think, but forcing a player to stay is never the right thing. Forcing a player to stay is never the right thing. You did very bad business buying that Lukaku. His arrival was Marine and Tuchel's downfall. Big one. And people are saying he was not even Tuchel's preferred signing. Joan Laporta, he was not even a Tuchel signing. He was a Marina signing done to please the agents, and it cost us badly. It cost us badly now, and we also have to get him out of the books as well permanently. This is the problem with Chelsea right now. Our window is not done. Our team is not fulfilled. This preseason is just about fitness. Nothing else. Good victory. We move on. Problem is much bigger. How many signings can we complete by the next game against Everton? We have Tottenham. We have Leeds. We have Goodison Park to go. We have 5 matches in August. 5 matches in August. Let's say Chelsea are in 6 points out of 5 games. Then what? We're going to panic by Ronaldo. We are going to panic by Memphis Depay. We are going to panic by Kimpembe. Pay 60 million for Kimpembe. 60 million for Ronaldo and Depay combined. What are we going to do? Our window is not even complete. And for the first game of the season, we are only going with Sterling and Koulibaly. And remember, Koulibaly is a Rudiger replacement. And Rudiger was a great defender for us. And Koulibaly is a fantastic replacement. So same thing has gone, same thing has come. Sterling is an improvement on Lukaku. So that's a big part to play. But what about our other attack? What about our other attack? How consistent the other attack is? Do you want Hazard in cheap? I can talk to Papa Perez. I think his injury problem, I love Eden Hazard to absolute bits. The ability that Eden Hazard has got with his feet, dribbling, technique, I think I love him to bits. I love Eden Hazard to bits. But no. And I think overall, the thing with Chelsea right now, for me at the moment, the thing that concerns me with Chelsea is attack is still the same. The chance creation is still the same. The finishing for Chelsea is still the same. So attack hasn't improved. Sterling is just an improvement on Lukaku. But we still have inconsistencies like Pulisic. We have Havertz, who is young, inconsistent. We've got Hakim Ziyech, who is just about crossing in that things. We've also got, along with that, with Hakim Ziyech, we've got Timo Werner, who is about running behind nothing else. We've got Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is just about promise, and after ACL injury has lost that burst of pace. In the midfield, we still don't have a proper DM. We have Georginio, Kovacic, Kante, but no proper DM. We have got Chilwell and Enzo as 2 left wing backs, where one wants to go to Barcelona, one is injury concerned because of the ACL he got. At right back, we have got Reece James, and then we have got Callum Hudson-Odoi, who is not even a right wing back. There are rumors to play Reece James at the back so that we have enough players at the back. And we only have Silva, Koulibaly, and then we have got Chalobah, Colville, and Padu. And then we have got Edward Mendy, and then we've got Kepa, who wants to leave. So in this way, I end the video. This is the biggest concern for Chelsea. And in August, we have got 5 games to play. And if you get the business done late, already 5 games of the season are over, what's the benefit? If we find ourselves, let's say, 5 points out of top 4 by 5th game week of the week, we make deadline day signings, we already are 5 points behind. It's just like you're 100 meters behind in a 3,000 meter race. Yes, you've got a chance to come back, but you're already behind and you have made it difficult for yourself. And Chelsea at the moment are making things difficult for themselves. By signing Sterling and Koulibaly, we are at the same level we were last season. Neither improved, neither declined. We are at the same level we were last season, and we have just not improved on that. And that's the concern for Chelsea, and we do need to improve on that. Otherwise, we have to somehow get through these 5 games and then get the new signings in. But again, we need to remember Champions League will start early and will end early. There will be no preseason anymore. If we sign players on August 31, how are they going to have a preseason time to train with the team? And let's say those players are not Premier League experienced, you are in big danger. And it's not about preseason victory, it's not about top four concern. The problem for Chelsea is very simple. How do we get some signings in and how quickly we can get them so the manager is happy? And on final note, I will take some chats. TT wanted Haaland, not Lukaku. Agreed. He wanted Haaland and Kane over Lukaku, but sadly that was never possible because Tottenham will rather sell to Bayern Munich or other teams in the Europe than Chelsea. It's true that Tuchel would have used Rafinha as right wing back. I might not have been surprised. He might have used him as a right wing back. I'm not even lying. He might have used him as a right wing back, but only in emergency, sir. Only in emergency he would have used him. Otherwise, I don't agree with that. I think he would have played at the right wing. And there was an idea behind signing Rafinha. So Chelsea had Rafinha, Chelsea had Sterling, and Chelsea had Havertz. Rafinha is a very clever player that puts very good balls in the box. Sterling makes running behind, and suddenly Chelsea have creativity and they attack, good running behind. So Rafinha signing made a lot of sense, but he's choose Barcelona, fair enough to him, and I do wish him best of luck there. And anyways, let's see. But you guys are dangerous in CL. Anything's happened. Absolutely, CL is the best chance to have a good season, and that's the only way we can end the season well. So thank you everyone who has joined in. I hope you have a great day. Please, people who are watching this, please do like, subscribe, and please support the channel. Thank you everyone who was in the chat. Thank you so much, everyone. I love you all. Please subscribe and do watch this video if you haven't. Thank you all. Love you. Thank you.